cheapest apartment?
$800 in Hoboken.
$800.
It was great. 3 guys, $2,400 total. We had a backyard. We all had a bedroom. The problem was I lived right above a guy named the Bookman. This dude. So this apartment was old, and like this wooden door to the apartment that like would expand, and you had to kind of like jam your way in. So things like that weren't like great, and like old what do they call it? Appliances and linoleum on the floor. But like for what we were fresh out of college. It was my first apartment that I moved out of home for. It was in Hoboken, downtown, backyard, my own bedroom, big space, couldn't ask for more. But the Bookman lived underneath us. And I remember, so my 2 buddies moved in. There was 3 guys who lived in the apartment. And then one dipped out and I filled in. So I got his bedroom. And so the 2 guys who had already lived there, they were like, just to let you know, our downstairs neighbor is a little bit weird. And I was like, we're on the first floor. And they're like, yeah, he lives in the basement. So, okay. And again, this is an old building, so it's not like it's a furnished basement. It was like a cellar.
Really?
It was like a cellar, man. Like so like my room was like directly in line with like the entrance. So if you imagine like a backyard of this I think it was a 3-story building. So it wasn't like an apartment building. It was a little house. And you had to like go down these steps to get into this door, and like that's where my window was. It was like right by the steps to get in. So he was going like into the cellar right underneath my bedroom. And we called him the Bookman because every so often, a few times a week, he would just be going, "Where the fuck are my books?
Shut up.
My books! They're missing. Where the fuck are my books?"
Bro, that dude was a prisoner. And he did not get the new library cart to come by.
This dude was crazy. I legit think like that might have been it. Maybe in his mind, he was like still living in a prison, and like he.
Oh no, I think he just was
in a prison. No, because we would see him. Like we would then I would be leaving the apartment, and he would come up, and I would walk out, and it'd be like, "Hey man, hi." I wouldn't be a "Hey man, hello." He'd be like, "Hello."
Just totally normal.
Presumably went somewhere to work, and then came home. Lived alone. Presumably paid rent to live there. Lord, I hope it was like no more than like $100 a month. But think he had a life, but clearly like a schizophrenic, psychotic, multiple personality, flipped the switch when he went down there and just became the Bookman. So I don't know what it was. I mean, we used to joke it was like Seinfeld. Remember the episode with the Bookman? The guy Bookman. Like this dude just would scream, "Where are my books?" And like every now and then, you have a girl over and the Bookman goes off. You're like, "Oh, it's just Bookman. Don't worry. Get back down there. It's just Bookman." I mean,
like, this guy's gonna come kill us. Like,
nah.
Better hurry up then.
Better finish up and have a book ready. Better off from a book. I remember thinking.
Imagine you told people that. You're like, you guys should have pranked people like that.
Yeah.
Like you had people over and you just, whenever he yelled, you guys just started scrambling.
Find the books! Find the books!
Like, no, he's read that one. He's read
it. Catcher in the Rye. No, we gave him that last time. Get him the Gatsby. He'll love Great Gatsby. What do you mean, guys? Well, if you don't have a book, he's going to kill you.
You guys, like, you can have a fucking book ready in 45 seconds. Or you're coming. You're going to enter a world of pain you've never experienced.
This is not a drill. This is not a drill. Find a book. Find a novel of any kind.
Bro, I would jump out a window if you did that when I was in the apartment.
Imagine?
I would do. You've seen the gif of the guy cannonballing out a window? I just sprinted fucking
right through the glass.
Fuck out of here! I have a book on me. I'm in the apartment of 22-year-olds. There's not going to be a book here for at least 6 to 8 years.
Right? Like your best bet is like a phone book or something from the past, a Bible or some shit. Could you imagine?
I grab a receipt, start trying to write a tale. Here's my book. There once was an orange knight.
Imagine the Bookman shows up. You hear him yelling about books. We scramble, and he comes up into the room, right? He comes up in the apartment with his fucking AK. and it's like you have to present it to him. So it's like here's the, he looks at the book. He's kind of like, okay, you're good. Looks at it, flips. He's like thinking about it. He's like, okay, you're good. He gets to you, and you're like, you have like a magazine. Here's Maxim, and he looks at it. He's just like, just one to the head. Pow, you're dead. Where's the next book? Imagine having to offer up. You have sacrificial books because the Bookman's coming. I should have. We should have like left piles of books at his door in the hopes of like one day when he does come shoot the place up, like Billy Madison, he's gonna cross our names off. Like, these guys gave me books.
Yeah,
We're
these
all
are from
good.
1B. Enjoy.
The Bookman, dude.
Oh man,
He was a fucking trip.
My apartment doesn't compare to that at all. Now,
You want the good news or the bad news? Well, you want the good news or the bad news?
I always go good news first.
All right, the good news is when we started this shit, only 10% of people watching our YouTube videos were subscribed. And now it's up to 40%. So that's almost like a 50-50 split. That's a 30% increase. A little math for you. That's the good news.
Too much math for me, but it's good news.
You know what the bad news is? That still means 60% of you motherfuckers aren't subscribed. It still means the
thing
majority.
I asked first because that would have been backwards.
That'd have been terrible. Yeah. Imagine if I was like, well, the good news is it's
Good thing I fucking go good news first.
60% still just freeloading off of our videos. And guess what? It's YouTube. You're all freeloading. It's not really all. The only cost is to push the fucking button.
Just push it. Push the button.
Push it. Push it real good.
Push it real good.